sorted. I mean, I have a topic. Could probably talk about it for next week. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. I did go to the UFC in the weekend, but
Whoa.
yeah, man.
Oh, I think he
I went
was
on
there as well. I
Saturday.
think,
Who?
other Indy Hottie.
So I think I saw him, but he was with people, and I was in a rush, so I couldn't
Okay.
stop and have a conversation. But I think
I
I
just
saw
saw the
him.
story. Yeah, his story was
Yeah, I think I
quite
saw him. So I was like, okay,
high
TK.
up.
But
Where were you guys?
we weren't. So basically, I got lucky. I got a call off Bal's mate. No, sorry. Bal called me saying my mate's got a spare ticket. Do you want it?
Mm.
And I was like, yeah. And I said, why don't you want it? He said, I just bought a new phone. I said, oh, okay, fine. So you got too much karcha expense for a month. He said, yeah. I said, safe. So I bought it. Went with him, and I was happy, man. I was like, this is amazing atmosphere. It was really great. Only thing I got to say is
Mm.
being around that kind of audience
Mm.
brought me back to feeling like I was at school again. So when you go to the toilets at school, disgusting, filthy, cigarette smoke, cigarette fags in the sink, toilet paper everywhere in the toilets. It was like that when you went to the toilets there, like extremely filthy. And it just made me think like I'm genuinely feeling like I'm at school again. Not pleasant, not pleasant. But I was like, cool. And some people, because obviously it's quite a male dominated event, they were jumping into the women's toilets because they couldn't be bothered to hold it in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay. And I was like, oh, yeah, I can see why. No security to enforce it. And the funny thing is, there was a security guard who came in saying, guys, can you try and stop smoking, please? Right. He really tried diplomatically to be nice about it. They're like, oh, fuck off, etc. They're like, okay, sir. And I was like, oh God, I genuinely feel like I'm in school,
This is
feeling
like
these are
school,
talking about it while I'm taking a piss. Not pleasant.
What
Not
was
pleasant.
the venue?
The O2 Arena.
Okay. So
Yeah, the O2.
proper
So
venue.
yeah, I went to fights were good, really good, great atmosphere. Definitely one off the bucket list that I've ticked off now because I'm glad I went. And a part of me thought it just made me think the UFC and the build up it has is probably a lot better than boxing build ups because I watched the pre-fights and I was genuinely absorbed by them and I actually enjoyed them and I saw a lot of skill and talent and technique and you can see like a future star there potentially. Even the guy who stole the show, he wasn't on the main event or the co-main event. He was on the event beneath, and he was Paddy the Baddy, right? The guy from Liverpool, and he had the venue in the palm of his hand the whole night. He was on it. Everyone loved him, and everyone was there for him. Surprisingly, not the guy in the main event, not for maybe for Darren Till, but he didn't fight. But yeah, it was really good to like just see that, and I was like, this kid's gonna go somewhere. Like I can see it. He's definitely going somewhere, and I was like, I can say I went to see him live, right? And that was a wicked moment. So I'd love to go to one in Vegas or something in the future. That would be a bucket list thing for sure. Next thing, but yeah, man, definitely would recommend to anyone who wants to go. Always worth the atmosphere. Soak it all in. Oh, another thing: people on higher balconies throwing drinks at others down.
Ooh,
yeah. So when there's a win, when someone wins, they just like start tossing pints like in the crowd. I didn't get hit, but I saw people get drenched. I was like, not cool.
That's not cool, man.
yeah. People just get overexcited.
Asking for fights, man.
Yeah, but then how do you fight someone who's all the way up there? Like you can't. I saw a couple of riots actually. Now you mentioned that. 2 riots broke out directly opposite me in the other stand. And they were in the stand behind the VIP seats, like the inner circle seats that are around the octagon where all the important people sit. There were fights breaking out there. And there was a fight between someone in the VIP area as well. It was really interesting. Alcohol plays a hell of a part in this. And again, security can't do shit because there's so many of them grouped together in like a little stand and they get that mob mentality. They can't do anything. They can't move them out or anything. It's crazy. Yeah. So you can feel how things can turn very left very quickly in events like that.
There you go, man.
Worth going to. Might take you one day. You never know if you want to go.
Yeah. Always down to watch a fight.
Yes.